the same height, however, a significant 7-inch reach advantage for Julian Lane. He's going to want to utilize that because Kazgan, he's already stated he wants to get inside to do damage. Julian Lane's got to make him pay when he tries to.
One of the biggest personalities in all of BKFC, Julian Lane, set for bout number 9 in the promotion and bout 14 overall in the sport of bare knuckle fighting. Lane is also at 24 pro MMA bouts. He was on season 16 and 25 of The Ultimate Fighter, and he's had 1 pro boxing bout. Julian Lane told us in our fighter meeting he feels he is absolutely re-energized. He said, I've had an outstanding training camp, I'm in great shape, and my mantra is, quote, keep it simple.
Feels like his experience is going to be huge here, Sean. And that's the thing, even when he's out there and he's getting in people's face, he does that for a reason. There's a method of that madness. Sometimes you get people to be off their game, come out and be too aggressive, open themselves up or wear themselves out. That's what Julian Lane is doing when he does that. He's calm, he's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. He's trying to make you get out of your game.
Lane said, I'm going to work behind my jab. I'm going to be very physical in the clinch.
Definitely wants to be physical out there, wants to be smart, feel like he's evolved as a fighter to be a smarter fighter. He wants to make sure he does not let his opponent get comfortable out there. That makes him tired, that makes him on edge the entire fight.
From Istanbul, Turkey, Murat Kazgan enters 1-0 in BKFC. Kazgan, a veteran of 7 pro MMA bouts. He's 2-0 in pro kickboxing. He compiled a record of 18-0 in amateur kickboxing. He holds the rank of black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And Chris, he is an outright athletic superstar in his home nation, Turkey.
And Sean, the funny thing here, both these guys felt like they were stronger than their opponent. That's something that Kazgan said. He wants to go out there and be stronger than his opponent, get in there, push him around. He feels like Julian Lane fades as the fight goes on, but it's his job to make that happen by pushing him around.
Kazgan told us in our fighter meeting, I am a perfectionist. In this fight, I want to be technical while still keeping a brawler's intensity.
Main thing, he cannot be predictable out there. He can't do the same thing time and time again. Got to work on closing that distance different ways, and by doing so, get in there, like I talked about earlier, push his opponent around.
There was some animosity between these two fighters during fight week, and it nearly exploded into an all-out fight at yesterday's weigh-ins. To get our co-main started, we send it to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the co-main event. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Presented to you by OnlyFans. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black and red. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 170.2 pounds. He is a true bare-knuckle fighting veteran of 13 fights. Here is the all-time exciting bare-knuckle fighter fighting out of Mansfield, Ohio, Julian, let me bang Lane. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears white and gold. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, an even 166 pounds. He holds an undefeated BKFC record at 1-0. Fighting out of Istanbul, Turkey. Here is the undefeated Murat, Lord Pitbull Kazgan. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Murat Kazgan told us Julian Lane is tough, but he's also very predictable. Kazgan said, I will absolutely not be predictable. Round number 1.
White and gold trunks for the Turk, Murat Kazgan. Black and red trunks for the American from Ohio, Julian Lane. On the entry, big swings from Kazgan. That took Lane off his striking line. Lane staying patient on the outside, trying to work off the one. Here's the hook entry from Kazgan. Lane feinted with the right hand. On the left hand, chest miss from Kazgan. Kazgan loading up early, Chris. Big shots to the inside from the half-tie club. Lane circling out Kazgan in immediately.
Step back,
You can see the speed right there from Kazgan. He's very fast out there. Looks like it's much faster than Julian Lane at this point.
Separation with some difficulty by referee Andrew Glenn. Kazgan entry on the overhead right, flurry again to the inside. Kazgan being very physical in the clinch. Lane short right hands to the head.
Step back, let him go. Let him go.
Again, the separation with some difficulty. Now the push off from Kazgan. Kazgan back in the center circle. Wide stance for Lane. Lane twice now on the feint. Lane on the double jab. Kazgan off balance into the ropes, and Kazgan cut inside corner of his left eye. Lane on the level change right to the body from Julian Lane.
Keep seeing Julian Lane. He's like looking over at the TV, the monitor right there, to see what's going on with his opponent.
35 seconds remaining, round number one. Left hook from Kazgan. Hook jab from Kazgan. More big shots on the floor. Right to the body from Lane. Glenn continuing to keep this fight moving. In the welterweight division, our co-main event. Closing stages, round number one. Now forward pressure from Julian Lane. Half-tie club from Kazgan. More shots on the inside. Lane snatches the underhook.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
Glenn trying to get the separation. He does so. There's the bell. We are through the opening round.
When your moment finally arrives and all your hard work, dedication, and loyalty to your craft is clear for all to see, your results will speak for themselves. Because when you need the hardest hitting tools on the market, you reach for the brand that always knows how to throw down, each and every time. Unbelievable. Crescent Tools, trusted by the trades.
Once you get close enough, then you can look for the big stuff, all right? But take your time. Leave behind the double jab, okay? Understand? Okay. Just work behind the stick. Body head, okay? Work down, go up. Work down, go up. The hands come up high, you go downstairs. All right? Take another deep breath.
I love what the corner is telling Kazgan right there. Double jab your way inside. You cannot just start with the bottom. You got to work your way in first. That's when you're gonna land it. When you have his hands up and then you can see where the punch is coming from. You have to throw that double jab first.
Round number two. The fighters feigning forward off from scratch, now circling back. Jabbed in the hook from Kazgan. Overhand right, left hook. And circling out, stepping in with the right hand. Kazgan again, forward pressure.
Step back, let him go. Let him go.
Lane hands high and tight in the center circle. Up to the body from Julian Lane. And ever so slightly turning up the temperature here. Round number two, the right hand, and then the counter right hand drops Julian Lane. Lane saying absolutely not a knockdown, but he's taking the mandatory 8 from Andrew Glenn.
I think he's saying feet were close together with push down.
Ruled a knockdown. It will be scored as such by the 3-4 to judges ringside. Despite the protestations immediately from Julian Lane. 60 seconds remaining, round number two. Slight slowing now under Lane's left eye. Forward pressure again from Kazgan off the jab. Kazgan again the jab. Routine position, overhook from Lane. That draws the separation from Glenn. Jab from Lane. A lot of Turkish flags being waved here in Orlando, Florida. Now the chant of USA in favor of Julian Lane. Short right uppercut from the half-top club from Murat Kazgan. Now Lane forward pressure chest to chest, putting Kazgan against the ribs. Kazgan resetting in the center circle.
Lane's got to start throwing some more punches besides that jab, besides that overhead right. He's got to start throwing combinations out there.
Kazgan trying to counter with the right hand. Smear of blood on the face of Julian Lane. His cut is between his eyes, top of his nose. Now the chant of Murat in favor of Murat. Kazgan. We are through 2 rounds.
Get that water right there. Get that water.
I said, Lane's got to start throwing more combinations out there. He's throwing a few jabs and he's throwing some overhands. Got to put it together a little bit better than that.
Breathe, brother. Breathe.
That definitely wasn't a push, Sean.
He's not going to run it. Double jab.
Might have been a bit of a trip there. The legs didn't get together.
All you got to do is turn your hands loose.
Let both of your hands go, son. I mean it. Let both of your hands go. He really cannot fight.
First, I thought he was saying it was a push, but I don't think that's what he was saying.
Stay with it. Don't go away from nothing that's working for you. Lord Pitbull, champ. Lord Pitbull. Your time. Your time.
Check it out. Round 3, guys. Round 3. Here we go. To the line. Step back. Step back. Now go out.
Glenn repositioned Brock Kazgan on the scratch line. Round number 3 underway. Hard pressure on the entry from Kazgan.
Right.
Lane again, chest to chest, now driving back Murat Kazgan.
Now go out.
This Orlando crowd seems equally split between Kazgan and Lane.
Your head up.
Those supporters groups very, very vocal. Overhook now from Kazgan. Lane to the inside.
Step back. Now go out.
Kazgan just missing with that rear right uppercut. Pulled it back mid-flight. Kazgan uppercut to the body. Lane around the neck. That again draws the separation from Glenn. Kazgan on the right hook. Lane tipping his head, takes that right hand. More short right hands from Kazgan.
Kazgan is being way more active out there and landing better shots.
Lane on the right hand.
Lane's got his mouth wide open right now. He's gonna close that or he couldn't get it broken.
Stiff jab from Julian Lane. Kazgan takes it, waves it forward. Kazgan now forward pressure to the clinch. Andrew Glenn telling both fighters don't hold excessively in the clinch. Kazgan on the right hand, left hook. Kazgan, you see, wiping away the blood, the cut in his right brow. Lane on the entry, the turn from Kazgan.
It's a nasty cut over that brow right there.
Then you see Kazgan in a second time now in sequence. Wiping out the blood with his right hand wrap and doing it again. Left hand from Lane.
Lane is targeting that now. He sees that is a problem. He's going to keep going after that.
Blood pouring into the right. Presumably wreaking havoc on his vision in the right eye. Now a medical timeout called by Andrew Glenn. There's a first appearance of the night from Dr. Don Muzi, Chief Medical Officer of BKFC. This fight is over, and the win for Julian Lane. Massive disappointment for Murat Kazgan, and a massive eruption and celebration for Julian Lane. Murat Kazgan devastated, Chris. Stopped on the cut. Lane off the canvas, although he felt it wasn't a knockdown around number 1. Getting win number 3 in BKFC.
And you gotta like the respect right there. Like I said earlier, Sean, Lane does have to get in people's head. It didn't really look like it worked right there, but this is bare knuckle. Drew Lane's been here for a long time. All it takes is one shot. He laid on that punch, cut his opponent open, and then he kept coming after it and making it worse. That's that veteran move we talked about. He's had a lot of bare knuckle experience, and he utilized it right there.
So we'll go down as a physician stoppage due to that cut. Kazgan did protest. You can see he was just absolutely devastated on that physician stoppage by Dr. Don Muzi.
You can just see it was a nasty cut there, Sean. I was worried that might happen. You can see a lot more activity, higher accuracy rate for Kazgan. He was doing everything very well. It just takes one shot, like we've talked about before. Look at those head strikes, 50%, 80 punches thrown, 40 landed. But it was just that one headshot that landed for Lane. It was in the right spot. and he kept going after it. That was a good job.
Our strike stats presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Nice moment between these two fighters. Now all respect. Again, there really wasn't any animosity on fight week. Julian Lane tries to wind up his opponents, and he wound up Murat Kazgan at the weigh-in, but it's not a full-on work from Julian Lane, but he's never really mad at anyone. I've known Julian Lane since Bellator. He's playing mind games. It disrupted Murat Kazgan, but you see the class between these two very classy fighters.
Sean, it's a great strategy. When it works, it makes them off their game. They open up. It does everything well, but sometimes it doesn't work as well if the guys steps up their game. I think Kazgan won. He just got caught with the punch right there. He was doing very well. That one punch changes things. So
here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of our ringside physician, referee Andrew Glenn calls a stop to the fight at 1 minute 53 seconds into round number 3. For your winner by TKO, Julian, let me bang Lane.
All right, standing by here with your winner, Julian Lane. Man, what a fight. You two gave it all that you had. But we found out once again what this sport's all about. It's a brutal sport. These cuts can end a fight at any time. If that cut doesn't happen, how do you think this thing finishes out?
You know, it was coming. It was definitely, I'm going to get the finish whether it was fucking the last 10 seconds of round 5, man. I had a slow start, you know, like, I couldn't get my feet in there. Like, we didn't really get a good warm-up in the back, man. Like, they came back, they're like, hey, you're up on deck. I'm like, oh, this shit went fast tonight, man.
So let me ask you this. I mean, obviously, a guy like Murat, things got a little heated during that weigh-in, man. I know you were always about selling a fight, but that got serious on that stage. Talk about, man, a little bit of bad blood leading into this one.
Man, honestly, you know, that's not me anymore, man. I don't like to make noise beforehand anymore. I like to get in here and make some noise, you know what I mean? And I just felt I may have intimidated my opponent a little bit, and he might have thought I was going to do something, so he did something before I even had a chance to think about it, man, and caught me off guard. But, you know, I was like, hey, we got a big hit off of it, and then we got the win. So everything happens for a reason, and God is good. I'm just thankful to be back here at my home, bearing up the fight and shit, man.
On to the next one. Give me those 3 words. You know they want to hear it out here.
I just want to say one thing. I know my dad's upstairs watching, man. He passed away in March. And my pops, man, that's my best friend, my role model, man. I looked up to him. And I got my 4 daughters back home watching me. You know, Brooklyn, Liana, Paige, Marie, I love you.
I'm in the training camp.
I got all my family here. My people from Mansfield, people from Tampa. We all in this bitch, maybe. Let's go. Yo, Alexandria, I did it. Oh, yeah. And I'm the real king of fucking violence, baby. Get it right. That belt needs to go around my waist.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Julian, let me bang Lane.
And Julian Lane's back. Nothing but tough fights for this guy. He looked like he might have climbed over the hump this time and beat one of those big, high-level contenders.
Murat Kazgan is an outright superstar in his native Turkey, and he is a world-class fighter. Julian Lane, and this is 9th bout in BKFC, his 14th fight overall in the sport of bare-knuckle fighting. Recorded arguably the biggest win of his bare-knuckle career. The end comes from Dr. Don Muzi on that cut. In our co-main event of the evening, the winner by way of 3rd round TKO due to physician stoppage, Julian Lane defeats Murat